watching DCTV. Here's your host, the voice, Dave Canning.
Welcome to my house. Play that music too. Turn it loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go out.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my house. Welcome back to the Dave Cave, and most importantly, welcome back to DCTV. And it is a special episode of DCTV, the first of hopefully many different episodes coming to you on this channel, especially right here, the Micro Brawler broadcast, the very first episode. It is myself, the voice, Dave Canning, joined by Nick Carpenter.
What's up, everybody?
We have, and I'm sorry, I didn't introduce that right. The founding father, Nick Carpenter.
All right.
The founding father. We're not here today without his nerdgasm that he had about these things. And of course, the man who I'm convinced works for Pro Wrestling Tees, because he's always, if you need a brawler, to quote Scott Steiner, if a brawler is what you need to look up, Ryan Crossley, the big cross man, is your hookup. Ryan is here. So drinking a Bud Light seltzer, manliest of beverages. So, yeah, before we get going, we just got to get the legal admin out of the way. This is not affiliated with Pro Wrestling Tees, Ryan Barkin and his crew in Chicago. You've got a guy from New York, Florida, and SCU on opposite corners of the world, and we have no affiliation. We don't want to get sued. We don't want to get taken down for anything. The opinions on this series is all ours. We're not the people who complain about brawlers at all. We love brawlers. So yeah, that's just get that out of the way. We have nothing to do with Pro Wrestling Tees. If Pro Wrestling Tees wants to sponsor us, though, I will not hesitate to answer that phone call because I work for any kind of money. So, as you can see in the bottom of the corner, we've got our Micro Brawler broadcast logo. Big shout out to Dougie. I messaged this dude a bunch, and like with all these little tweaks that I wanted to get it right, and he got it perfect every time I asked. So major shout out to Dougie for the Micro Brawler broadcast logo, which I absolutely love. And maybe one day that can be on a t-shirt for Pro Wrestling Tees. I think that'd be pretty awesome. That's just me. So we are brought together by a Micro Brawler fan group on Facebook, and we can just accept members all the time, right?
Yeah, they just got to answer a question. That's it.
Do you know what the screening questions are?
The one screening question at this time is to name any. It says name your favorite Micro Brawler, but people would be like, "Oh, I don't have a favorite," or this and that. So it's just literally just name any Micro Brawler.
Just name a wrestler. You'll probably be accepted. So yeah, that's it. You can search Micro Brawler fan group on Facebook and join. It's very easy. And and what a Micro Brawler is, for those of you who don't know, Micro Brawlers were made in what, March 2017?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so yeah, they were made in March 2017. There's these little 3-inch figures just about. This is my Andre the Giant one. They were brought to Pro Wrestling Crate, which is a monthly subscription service. You can check out my unboxing videos if you click that link up there. And I think the first one was Colt Cabana. And that came with the Pro Wrestling Crate. And eventually they decided to do an entire first run of Micro Brawlers, which included Cody, British Bulldog, Piper, Bernard the Business Bear. And eventually Nick made a fan group. So Nick, why don't you just tell me how you decided to come up with the fan group?
Quarantine. Like, I mean, honestly, when sitting at home, I had people I would talk to on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, but I just was like, well, maybe if I start a group, there's more of us, and there is a lot of us.
Yeah, I think if I check it right now,
it's like 5 something, I think.
Wasn't on 6?
Yeah, I've got 586 members in the group right now, so it's pretty impressive that you were able to make that kind of following.
8 months or something.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I have my Dave Canning Voice of Panis page, facebook.com/Dave C the Voice, and I've got like 134 followers in 10 years. So thanks for the support, everyone. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I figure it's our first episode how we all came together with Micro Brawlers. We're just going to go around talking about how we got into Micro Brawlers. That simple. So, Nick, we'll start with you, the founding father. How did you get into Micro Brawlers?
Well,
Founding father.
I seen it on. Which one? It was Pentagon Junior, the gold one. I seen it on Twitter, and I was like, "What is this thing?" So I started doing. So I didn't get the crate or anything. I ordered the crate, and then I went back on eBay, and at that time it was like, I want to say maybe this was like a year in, because there was only one that came out in a crate at that point. So I went and got, like, it was all the original Bucks and the Kenny Omega, and I think it was Vader and that super rare Taz and all. I got all that stuff for like probably $100 and stuff off eBay. So I was clear.
That's a steal now.
Nowadays. And at the time I was like, I can't believe I'm paying this much for these things. But I mean, it would know. But so, and then I got the crate and stuff, and I liked it because the license was like endless. I mean, you could be old guys, it can be indie wrestlers, Japanese guys, whatever. And it was one a month. So it was an easy commitment. I mean, who knew what it was going to turn into now and stuff. But that was originally what drew me to them and what started the collection.
All right. So that's cool. Now, and you're a completionist as of right now?
As of, the only thing I don't have is the Jake Chase, which I'm sure I'll get at some point. But I can't do it
if it makes you feel any better, I don't have a Jake Chase. I think Ryan's got about I think Ryan has about 22 of them.
I'd be acquiring for other people if I did.
It's just a little bit too high of a price for me at the moment.
One day, my goal of this show, I want to find out how Ryan has his stash. I want to know. And we'll get, you know what? We'll tease that. We'll figure out an amount. But when this channel gets like X amount of subscribers, Ryan will unleash his secret of how he got so many subscribers. Maybe if we have such enough of a following that we can open up a Pro Wrestling Tees store, then it gives us that incentive for Ryan to finally spill the beans. It's the last great secret in wrestling.
I'm pretty sure I bought the Hornswoggle variant from you maybe a year before the group even was ever even a thought.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
I think I've sent more money to Ryan Crossley than I have my car payment company this year. So, which is why my car is getting repoed right now. So, Ryan, how did you get into Micro Brawlers?
I think, well, I grew up watching wrestling probably 1990 to 2003. And then I took a long hiatus till 2017. I think I don't really, correctly recall, but I think it was the Young Bucks being the elite. And I found out about them on YouTube, and they advertised a crate. It was kind of like the best of the indies. I had it here a second ago, but anyway, so, I was kind of getting into wrestling again. What was new, Ring of Honor, Young Bucks, the elite, and all that stuff. So I got the crate, and that was my first brawler. I actually wasn't sold right away. It took a while. I think the more you collect, like Nick was saying, you get a monthly, and you're kind of like, I got this collection here, and it, becomes a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, it starts spiraling.
It's spiral, yeah.
Then you're just broke.
And then, you're committed at that point. So.
Then you're just living in your parents' basement like I am. I am the stereotypical wrestling fan. I live in the basement of my dad. It's awesome. Yeah. But I do have a real girlfriend. She's real, and she's a doctor. So awesome. I'm way out of my league. So does that just leave me? How I got into Brawlers? Yeah. Okay, so the way I got into Brawlers is I watch YouTube channel Wrestling with Regret with Brian Zane. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that channel, but so he had a playlist that I wound up watching one day of unboxing videos, and he had all these different crates that he went through on these different videos. He had like lucha loot, pro wrestling loot, all sorts of everything. I thought like it was really cool at first, getting all this mystery stuff, and I was like, oh man, it's pretty cool. You get a shirt, a figure, an autograph, certain things. And I was like, but I'd rather have something where I kind of know what it is. I don't want to just give $30 and then just, you're going to get wrestling stuff. That's it. Because what if it's nothing that I'm going to, because if there's one thing I don't need more of, it's crap I'm not going to use. So the last videos he did for his unboxing videos were for Pro Wrestling Crate, and at the time it was like you get 3 t-shirts and an autograph and a tchotchke item and whatnot and a brawler, and I saw this crate. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm tempted. Let me look at the site. So I look at Pro Wrestling Crate, and it's of the golden age of wrestling, I think it was called. And so I was like, it had Hulk Hogan, Steamboat, Jake the Snake, Roddy Piper, Ted DiBiase, and Andre the Giant. And I was like, okay, you know what? These are all guys that I grew up on when I was a little kid. I'll give it a shot. I got my first pro wrestling crate, got this awesome t-shirt that I wear once a week because it's such an awesome Ricky Steamboat shirt. And my first brawler, Andre the Giant, was in it. And literally when I opened it, I was like, my sister's like, what do you do with it? And I just hit her with it because I had no idea what to do with this damn thing. So, and then I saw like the next crate was Best of the Indies. And I'm, in hindsight, I'm really upset that I didn't get that crate because that had, as everyone knows my story of this, my Hangman Page Brawler just waiting. And I skipped that crate. I was like, oh, this bunch of indie guys. I don't care about these. Who are the Young Bucks? I don't care. I didn't watch BT at that point. And then like later on in the year, they had October. It was like Ultimate Warrior is going to be in this box. I'm like, I love Ultimate Warrior. And I kind of started to be a fan of Marty Scurll at that time. So I got the Marty Scurll autograph in that crate. And I got the Papa Shango Brawler in that crate. And then just I kind of rolled a little bit, like did a month, skipped a month, did a month, skipped a month. And now I have a crippling addiction and Ryan Crossley has like a $200 IOU from me. So, and yeah, now I have a decent collection. I'm not a completist by any means, nor do I intend to be, especially if you look at these prices. People make fun of us for these little figures. Like these things can go, like I think Andre alone goes for like what, $60?
Yeah, and that's not even an expensive one.
Yeah,
Really.
seriously, that's not even an expensive one. Like there's the gold, the grail of all of them is X Pocket, like $400. And there's some dude opened it on the page, opened the Xbox Brawler, and I almost had a heart attack. I was like, oh my God, this guy's insane. But so yeah, that's how we all got into Brawlers. Let us know in the comments below how you got into Micro Brawlers. Don't forget to also join the Micro Brawler fan group on Facebook. Always accepting new members. Just tell us who your favorite brawler is. Literally, you could say Edge, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock, anybody who doesn't even have a brawler. We'll let you in. We're not a very exclusive group, I promise. But so we're also going to have a feature on here. Shout out to Garrett for giving us his blessing in the Facebook group. Does a top 5 Tuesday. And I figure because there's 3 of us, we'll do a top 3 Tuesday because this is published on a Tuesday. So we're going to go with our top 3 favorite brawlers in our collection. So I guess we started with Nick, so we'll start with Ryan this time. So Ryan, who are your 3 favorite brawlers in your collection?
I have an order. Well, yeah, I'm going to go in order. Number 3.
We have to put them in order?
Yeah, I have an order, you know.
Okay, all right.
Number 3, Hangman Page, my first brawler.
Okay.
The one you missed. And, you know,
Seriously.
I feel bad. I chose him because I didn't kind of like the Elite, you know, what's going on in AEW or a little while ago. I didn't appreciate him, you know, but he started it all for me. So he's got to be top 3.
Okay.
Number 2, I mean, I love the new Jake the Snake.
Oh, I love that brawler. It's really awesome.
Almost near my favorite, but you know, not quite favorite. I can't open them either. Like you're talking about opening and ripping open.
Let it breathe, man. I have my Jake sitting right over there. Should I let it breathe right now? Just
sure
make everyone mad. No, I feel bad at this point. I like to do it carefully because I'd be too tempted to rip it open.
Oh yeah, we got the cards now too. It's pretty sweet.
Exactly,
I've seen some people. I've seen. Did you guys see that one on eBay? Someone selling the card already?
No. How much is
I'm not
going?
surprised.
Yeah, just I think $10 or something. I said,
okay.
okay, here we go. Number 1 favorite wrestler of all time, Bret the Hitman Hart.
It's a good one.
Who I bought from you.
Yeah.
As soon as I got my own Heart
Brawler.
Brawler, which you can watch me open on my channel, making a lot of wrestling figure collectors angry. You watch me open my own Heart Brawler. I was like, now I need the Bret Hart Brawler. So, and if you too want to know a Heart Brawler, you can subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Crate, $30 a month. It's next month's Brawler. So Nick, who are your 3 favorite brawlers in your collection?
All right. Well, I love all the brawlers. I just want to start off by saying that. But if I had to pick 3,
What are you, a parent? I love all my children equally.
I went with the Okada.
Okay.
Just because I just thought the detail of it. I mean, when I got it, I was just blown away by the detail, and I think it's one of the most detailed and just well put together brawlers. I went with Owen, just because I'm a huge Owen Hart fan. It's his first figure in 20 years. I mean, so you got to have Owen. And then you just bashed the guy earlier for doing it, but the Holy Grail, the X-Pac, just because it's just the crazy hard to get, and it's just, it's a good looking brawler. They didn't do a good job on that thing.
That's a great looking brawler.
That's not correct.
So I feel very unprepared because you guys actually have your brawlers in hand. Mine are upstairs in my bedroom. But so I'll just put them on the screen in the bottom corner. I went with number 3 was actually the golden Okada they made. Because I didn't even like really like Okada at the time. Like I heard about him, never really watched many of his matches, but like I heard this legend that is Okada, and I thought just the gold was really cool. I had gotten that Okada brawler in the crate, and then I was like, well, I kind of need the gold one to match. So yeah, that's my number 3. Number 2 is the Hangman Page brawler, because it is just, we'll get into that story one day, I'm sure. But it's a long journey to get this Hangman Page. And it just shows how awesome this group is, because when somebody was eventually selling the Hangman in my price range, my phone blew up. It was like, yo, Dave, they're selling it for the price you're asking. Go get it. And I was like, oh, it happened. And then my number 1 is my number 1 favorite wrestler of all time, the Macho King Randy Savage. Here we go.
I almost put him in too.
It's got to be.
If it was a top 5, he would have made it in.
But it's not. It's a top 3 because it's Top 3 Tuesday. So let us know your top 3 in the comments section below. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. We're hopefully going to have a lot more content coming from you. Hopefully a weekly episode every Tuesday. We're going to cover a bunch of topics on this. We're going to cover brawler accessories that we want to. I'm forgetting what we exactly want to talk about. The controversy that surrounded Kurt Angle and Owen Hart. I think we may have to talk about the controversy surrounding Impact Brawlers, variants, and all that good stuff. So a lot more content. Let us know what you want to see us talk about in future episodes by commenting below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you follow us all on Twitter. I don't know if you guys want to plug your Twitter handles or whatnot. Do you guys have Twitter, Instagram, anything like that? You have your own YouTube channel?
No.
Oh man, I'm the only one. I'm such a nerd. Yeah, check me out on social media. Look at me like just drinking a beer on a Tuesday. So yeah, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, at Dave See the Voice. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like it, share the video with your friends, tell them all to join the Micro Brawler fan group. I think that's all my notes. Yeah, so that's going to do it for this episode of the Micro Brawler broadcast. We hope you've enjoyed it. On behalf of Ryan, Nick, and myself, thank you for watching, and don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day, because like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone, and God bless America.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control.